Hello guys and welcome back to another tutorial. I'm May and this is Fashion with May. On today's tutorial we're going to learn how to make this really stylish blouse. If that sounds like something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let us get straight into this tutorial. So I have my lines rolled out here and I'm going to start off by marking my shoulder measurements divided by 2 at this point here. And then from there we're going to come down by 1 inch. After coming down by 1 inch, I'm going to move on to mark my neckline opening. I'm going to mark this to be 3 inches by 3 inches. After marking out my neckline, we're going to move on to create our armhole opening. So I'm coming down from that 1 inch we came down by, and I'm going to mark my armhole depth, and then we're going to rule a straight line across those points there. After marking out these lines, we're going to slant our shoulder slope to meet the neckline mark we created. Next, what we want to do is we want to go ahead to mark our nipple to nipple measurement across this point here. So I'm going to mark the nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is going to give me 4 inches. And I'm going to mark it across here and rule a straight line at that point. So this line here is the bust point line, the under bust line, the waist line, and the full length of the blouse. This blouse is going to have a basque, so this is going to be the first original line before we go ahead to extend our basque line. Now I'm going to take note of what I have at the shoulder area here and divide that into 2. Now I'm going to mark the midpoint of the shoulder, and then we're going to connect from that midpoint down to our bust point line. Now on the shoulder area, we're going to take out our shoulder dart. I'm going to take out 1 inch on both sides and rule it, connect this back to the bust point line. Next, on the under bust area, we're also going to take out 1 inch on both sides, meaning we're taking out 2 inch on these points here as well. And then we're going to take it straight down. So I'm marking it at the bottom part here as well, and then we're going to rule a straight line to make sure they match up with each other. Now we want to go ahead to connect this to the bust point line here with the curve. So I'm going to connect this on both sides with a curve. Moving on, we want to add our bust measurement divided by 4. I'm going to go ahead to mark the bust measurement divided by 4 here. I'm also going to mark my waist measurement divided by 4, but you want to go ahead to return the 2 inches that we took here back on this point here. So I'm going to mark it out like this here. Now we're going to repeat the same process, the hip measurement divided by 4, and return the 2 inches that after marking this out. So I've marked this out and I'm returning the 2 inches that here. Now I'm going to cinch my waist because I'm going to add a loop on the inside. So I'm going to take out ½ inch from my original measurement here, and then we're going to reconnect these points here. So I'm going to have to remove 1 inch from my waist at the front, and then we're going to repeat the same process for the back, taking out 1 inch for the back. Now we've gone ahead to connect this to meet each other. Next, we want to go ahead to return the 2 inches dart at the shoulder area back on this point here. After which, we're going to proceed to carve out our armhole. Now on the shoulder area, I made a slight mistake. I returned just 1 inch dart intake instead of 2 inches dart intake before covering this out, but we're going to go ahead to rectify that later on. Now we want to go ahead to take out our side dart, and the side dart is going to be the difference between your shoulder to waist for the front subtracted by your shoulder to waist for the back. So whatever you have when you subtract that is what you're going to use to mark on this point as your side dart. And then now we're going to connect this back to this our nipple to nipple line here So I'm cancelling this out because that is going to be closed up. Now I'm going to go ahead to cover out my neckline. I'm coming down from this point here and I'm going to mark 3 inches, and now we're going to connect the lines to meet each other. Now what we want to do is mark our basque line. So from the shoulder line, I'm just coming down and I'm going to mark 26 inches at that point. That is going to be the length of our basque, which is about 4 inches difference. So I'm closing up this point here just so we can trace out the basque line perfectly. So to create the basque line, I'm placing my curved ruler like this here, and then from the edge here, I'm just going to connect this all the way down carefully. So when we get to this point, I'm going to flip the ruler over, and then we're going to just take it straight down. Now I do not want this point here to be sharp, so I'm just going to use my pencil to just curve it out because I don't want that point to be really sharp. And then this is what we have. Now I'm going to go ahead to slash into the dart area so that we can be able to close up our side darts. Now after closing up the side dart, what we want to do is retrace that edge here just so our measurement is correct again. So I'm going to straighten this point out, and then we're going to go ahead to cut out the remaining part of these pattern pieces. Now for the back piece, this is what we have. I'm going to have to roll out all the lines, and this part here is going to be for the zipper allowance. Now I'm basically going to repeat the same process for the front, marking the shoulder measurement divided by 2, come down by 1 inch, and then mark out our armhole depth. Now I'm going to mark my bust measurements divided by 4 here, my waist measurements divided by 4, and the hip measurements divided by 4. Remember we took out ½ inch from our waist measurement for cinching. You can totally skip the step of cinching your waist if you do not want to add that, but I just prefer to do this and add the corset on the inside. It is totally optional. Now I'm just marking my nipple to nipple measurements divided by 4 at this point here, and I'm going to rule a straight line there to create our dart for the back. Now I'm taking out ½ inch on both sides of our dart leg, and then we're going to connect this all the way up on each side to create the dart. Now I want to create the neckline for the back. This is going to be 3 inches by 1 inch. So after marking this out, we're going to use our ruler to connect this to create the neckline for the back. After creating the neckline, I'm going to proceed to slant my shoulder, and then I'm going to move on to connect the measurements to meet each other. Now remember, we took out our 1 inch dart here and we're supposed to replace the 1 inch here. Instead of replacing 1 inch, I'm going to replace half an inch, because remember, I'm cinching my waist by half an inch. So I'm just going to return half an inch, and the remaining half an inch is going to serve as the cinching. So now we want to go ahead to connect these lines to meet each other. After connecting the lines, I'm going to bring in the front piece, and you can see that the lines are matching up with each other. Now we're going to proceed to just cut out everything for the back. So this is what we have for the back piece. I'm not going to cut out my darts. I'm just going to sew it in when we're sewing this on the fabric. So now we're going to cut this out on our fabric, but before we do that, remember I said I added just 1 inch here instead of 2 inches. I'm going to add the 1 inch here and then connect this back into the pattern. Now I'm placing my tape around the shoulder area just to make sure I have what I need at the shoulder area. So everything is okay now. What we want to do now is just tape this down together like this. So I've gone ahead to tape this down, and we're going to go ahead to mark 0.75 inch on the neckline area here. And then from that point, I'm going to come down at the neckline area here by 3 inches, and I'm going to rule a slanted line to connect those points together like this. So this is what we have here. Next, we want to go ahead to cover out the shape our black lace piece is going to sit on. So I'm just using my pencil to just create dotted lines, using the inspo as a guide to create that shape we want along these points here. So when I'm done creating the dotted lines, I'm going to go in again with my ruler to just connect those lines. So I'm going to use my marker for this so that you see this clearly. So this is what we have. I'm not going to cut it out yet. I'm first of all going to use the patterns to cut out all our fabric pieces before we go ahead to cut this out separately, and then cut out the lace pieces with these lines we've went ahead to create. So now we're going to place this down on our fabric. So this is what it looks like. I have this placed down on the fabric on fold, and I'm just going to go ahead to cut this out. I'm leaving half an inch seam allowance at the bottom and at the sides as well. So I'm doing the inseam sewing method for this blouse, and that is why even at the edge here I'm using just half an inch joining allowance. So I've gone ahead now to cut out all our fabric pieces. Now we're going to take out the fabric pieces here, and then we're going to cut out the shape we just created earlier. At this point, this marker point, we're just going to cut them out. So this is it. I'm cutting them out, and we're going to use this to cut out the black pieces for our blouse. So I've placed this piece on top of the black piece, and we're going to go ahead to cut it out, leaving half an inch seam allowance all around for the other piece. And then after cutting this out, we're going to use this to cut out our black lace piece to create that effect we have on the blouse. So now I've gone ahead to cut out all the lace pieces. As you can see, I also went ahead to cut out lining pieces for our main blouse, and this is what they all look like. I'm going to go ahead now to iron interfacing on them, and then we're going to sew this together on the next video. So you want to stay tuned for the sewing part where I teach you how to assemble this together.